Okay, so the next question we have is regarding a video by a Pakistani scholar named Ghamdi, and his views are, or Ghamdi says that Ibn Arabi, Sheikh Ibn Arabi's views are similar to the Qadianis, and he uses a reference from Futuhat al-Makkiyah and posts it on that video, a quote from that video, from that book. Question is, what are Ibn Arabi's views on the finality of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and is Ghamdi's assessment accurate? So essentially, let's first talk about these two people. Ibn Arabi, Sheikh Ibn Arabi radiallahu ta'ala anh, he is a great scholar of Islam. He is one of the foremost Sufi scholars of Islam, and he's not just any other ritual person focusing on just the adhkar. He is a scholarly Sufi and the wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has two main concepts, amongst others, that have picked up steam historically in the academic history, Islamic history, if you will. One of his biggest opponents was Ibn Taymiyyah, who actually wrote a kufr fatwa on Ibn Taymiyyah. In this particular issue, and I've seen the video that you're referring to on by Ghamdi on Ibn Taymiyyah, and obviously it is inaccurate, but we'll discuss why we say it's inaccurate. And even Ibn Taymiyyah is quoted as saying that if one is not capable of understanding his concepts, it is really haram. It's prohibited for that person to even read his writings. Ibn Arabi, Sheikh Ibn Arabi was a scholarly Sufi, and the two things that I mentioned that were controversial by him is the concept of wahdatul wujud, and we've talked about that about a month ago, so I will not go in detail. But that's one of the areas where he gets challenged upon. And the other issue is the one that Ghamdi, or Sheikh Ghamdi is bringing. Ghamdi is a scholar. I get it, but obviously he is from a firqa that we know of that tend to not give much importance to the ahadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Their focus is on the Quran, and I think he goes to the extent that he even denies like the second coming of Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina alayhi salam, which is proved by ahadith. But anyways, so Ghamdi's statement here that Ibn Arabi says that the maqam and martaba, the kamalat of Nubuwwah have not ended by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that they would continue after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The maqam and martaba, the maqam and kamalat, the position, the title will not end of other prophets coming after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this takes some looking into and understanding what he is saying. And mind you, I will not be making any ta'wil of what he said. This is a very clear explanation of what Ibn Arabi, Sheikh Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi, rahimahullah ta'ala, said. But let's first focus on what he is saying, Ghamdi. So Ghamdi is saying that this is the basis, or this is where even the Qadianis, who we consider as non-Muslims because of their belief that there's their head who made the false claim of prophethood, a liar, that there could be other prophets after Prophet Muhammad, so long they are under the hukum of the Sharia, Sharia al-Muhammadiyya. So the new prophet will not bring a new Sharia. Rather, there will be subordinate prophets, or they would say Zeli Nabi, shadow prophet or subordinate prophet. Obviously, Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah rejects any such claims of any prophethood after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, what is Ibn Arabi talking about? Why? So let me share the screen with you, just so you will see what I'm talking about here. they in the video, and I took a screenshot of that video actually, where he posts the of the quote, the reference of Ibn Arabi's book. If you can see it here. In the video, it says that's Jild 3, page number 6, from the book Futuhat al-Makkiyah. So notice that, if you are Arabic speaking, or if you understand or are able to read Arabic, please do read the whole paragraph that here this Ghamdi is using. And in the hadith, it's very clear that where he quotes the hadith of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that إِنَّ الرَّسَالَةَ وَالنُّبُوَّةَ قَدْ انْقَطَعَتْ فَلَا رَسُولَ بَعْدِي وَلَا نَبِيٌّ. So it's quoting a hadith of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that verily that there is no prophethood or messengership that has ended. قَدْ انْقَطَعَتْ, that it stopped, it has stopped with confidence. And that there is no Rasul or Nabi, there's no prophet or messenger after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But then if you read further, أي لا نبي بعدي يكون على شرع بخلاف شرعي بل إذا كان يكون تحت حكم شريعتي. So he's now expanding on that, and he's saying that there would be no Nabi against the Sharia of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he is actually trying to make a point about something. What is he making a point? So let me give you a preview. Essentially, what Ibn Arabi here is explaining, that if this hadith is correct, like if someone would claim that if the Prophet says that there is no Risala or Nubuwwah after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and the fact that we believe, based on the hadith, that Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina salam will be coming back, and understand that the Isa, once any prophet or Nabi is given the title, it's not redacted, it's not taken back. So Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina salam, if he is a prophet, if he was sent down as a prophet or a messenger, he will remain a prophet or a messenger for his people. But if he's going to come back after the time of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam on this earth, the question then comes up, or even the Qadianis raise that, the Ahmadis, Qadianis, the Lahoris, whatever they call themselves, those who believe that there is a prophet after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Because the Quran says that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet of Islam, is the seal of all prophets. So there's a unanimous agreement in all the denominations within Islam, if you will, and the firqas, that prophethood, there's no question about it. There might be other differences that we might have, but this is an area where there's no difference of opinion. So Ibn Arabi says, if someone raises this question, that you say that there's no prophet after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how come Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina alayhi salam, who's coming back, will come as a prophet? So this seemingly contradiction between the statement of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he says that there will be no prophet or messenger after me, and the other saying of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina alayhi salam will be coming back, and he's a prophet. And so that's what he's saying, that the maqam and martaba, the maqam and kamalat of a prophet, that will not end. Meaning, when Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina salam, when he is coming back, he will still be called a prophet, a nabi, a prophet of Islam, or a prophet of Allah, a messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then how do you reconcile this difference? And that's what he's trying to explain, that maqam and martaba. So if Isa ala nabiyina salam is coming back, he will still be a nabi. However, he will be under the hukum of the Sharia al-Muhammadiyya, that he will not even lead prayers when he will be here. Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, who's to come before the Qiyamah, he would be leading the prayers, and Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam will be as a muqtadi behind the imamah of Sayyidina Imam Mahdi. But he'll be sent down as a prophet, so he will still be called Prophet Isa. He will be a nabi, except that the hukum that he will follow will be the hukum of our Sharia, the Sharia of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And you get that right from the quote, the excerpt that Ghamdi has posted in that video, or the students or the folks working for the IT team of Ghamdi who have posted this this quote from Futuhat al-Makkiyah. Follow my cursor. Let's see here. فإنه لا خلاف أن عيسى عليه السلام نبي ورسول وأنه ينزل في آخر زمان حكما مقسطا عدلا بشرعنا ولا بشرع آخر ولا بشرعه الذي تعبد الله به ببني إسرائيل من حيث ما نزل هو به. So neither Isa salam will come with another Sharia, a different Sharia, nor will he come with the Sharia that he was sent down on Bani Israel for ibadah. Allahu Akbar. So he, in the same paragraph, he's explaining what his intentions are when he makes the statement above here that the ones who come will not come on a different Sharia. Well, he's referring to existing prophets. He's not prophets who came, who are to announce their prophethood after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the clear distinction. He's referring to Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam and to the ishkalat, the questions that would be raised, that how come Sayyidina Isa, who's a Nabi, will be coming after Prophet Muhammad? Is that a contradiction of Sayyidina Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam's statement that there'll be no prophet? There is no contradiction. He's explaining that Nabi, meaning a new Nabi, will not come. The existing Nabi will not lose their title. Sayyidina Isa will come as a prophet, but he will be under the Sharia of Sharia al-Muhammadiyah. And we find another riwayah that Imam Mahdi will be leading the prayers and he will be following the prayers. And if you read, continue to read that, فهذه نبي ورسول قد ظهر بعده, meaning Sayyidina Isa showing up after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu is صادق وهو صادق في قوله أنه لا نبي بعده. That Rasulullah is trustworthy and is saying the truth when he says that Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam will be sent down as a prophet, and that does not contradict the other statement of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that he would be that there would be no prophet after me. There will so to understand that, he says, to explain that, he says that to explain. So that's what he says about the ishkaliya, the question about Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina salam, and he's explaining the issue of Nubuwwah of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, and he has nothing to do about a new prophet like the ones claimed, false prophet rather, claimed by Qadianis and the likes. So this is it is a complete departure from what Ibn Arabi is saying and what Ghamdi is trying to express as an assessment of the Ibn Arabi's teachings and his books. In simple terms, it is absolute misinterpretation of what Ibn Arabi said. Let me unshare this so I can look at you guys again. So it is an absolute misrepresentation of Ibn Arabi's views. Ibn Arabi did not intend to say, and it is very clear from the actual text that they posted, that which clearly says that he is referring to the ishkaliya, the question raised on the second coming of Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina alayhi salam, that he'll be a prophet. How is that? How does that jive with the other statement of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And we explained that there is no contradiction in these two statements. And the fact that Rasulullah says that there will be no prophet is referring to that there will be no prophet after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, prophethood after Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But this is an existing prophethood of Sayyidina Isa ala nabiyina salam, and that does not contradict or challenge the prophethood or the finality of the prophethood of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hope that explains. We'll move on to the next question. Barakallahu feekum.